Hi guys, today I'm going to do another top 5 video. These have been requested. I have had a request, or quite a few requests for a foundation video, and I will do that at some point, but I'm very kind of one skin type and I can't really advise on other ones. I'm not a makeup artist. I can just tell you what I like. So I will do that, but it's not kind of in the forefront of my mind. I'll kind of just show you what I like. And that is kind of the same for today's video, which is mascara. It's very much what you like. So if you find that you like one of these things, you'll probably like the others. But some things that people absolutely love, Maybelline Rocket Volume Mascara, very, very similar to the CoverGirl Lash Blast. I hated them. So if you liked those, you might not like these. I like something that's going to kind of volumize, but I like a lot of separating and lengthening too, more so than volumizing. So I don't really have a lot in the way of lashes. I don't have very, very long lashes. And so, yeah, that's kind of what I'm focusing on. But the products that I'm going to show you today are amazing. If you don't have a lot in the way of lashes and you find it quite difficult to build up something, you know, with the real big, thick, volumizing brushes, Bad Gal Lash from Maybelline, not Maybelline, Benefit, for example, nothing at all. Absolutely nothing is going to do anything with that for me. It needs to have some kind of rubbery, bristly brush for me. So, I'm going to start with the thing that I'm obsessed with right now, my absolute most favourite. And it's the Maybelline Lash Sensational. It's Lash Multiplying Mascara. And it says, Lash Multiplying Brush, lashes look visibly multiplied and fuller. I would agree, this is one of the best mascaras I've ever used. But it's a pain in the ass to remove. A little bit like their Real from Benefit, which for me did work, but it could look a little bit spidery and it was just too much of a pain. Seriously, I have no idea what this noise is. I think it's just the wind outside, but there's a noise to the side of me that I'm like, what is that noise? There's just a dark window next to me and it looks out on the street, and I always think my neighbours must look in here with this huge light box and be like, what is she doing? I have no idea. Anyway, so yeah, this is one of the best things I've ever used. They're Real from Benefit. I keep wanting to say They're Real from Bad Gal. They're Real from Bad Gal I liked, but the effect of it wasn't enough for me for it to be a pain to remove, whereas for this it definitely is. It's smudge proof. I'm not going to go as far as say it's waterproof, but probably water resistant. And just there's something that it does. Anything that I have actually taken photos of in for a blog post, I'll try and put up as we go along, but I'll also link any kind of review post that I've done as we go along, because obviously that's a little bit more useful than me just talking about it. But there's something about this lash there's something about this brush that's just lash multiplying. I really like that one, and that's my all-time favourite right now. Changes frequently, but currently. Second would probably be this one, which is very different actually. This is probably as close as you're going to get to the Benefit mascara. They're Real. Again, wanted to say, I want to say like That Gal or something. Was there a thing from Benefit called That Gal? Also, there's something in my eye. This is not going very well. I feel like I say that in every video. This is much more volumizing. It's a much thicker kind of brush, and it's really product thick. Whereas the other one, there's more bristles than product. This one really lays on the product quite heavy. And again, you can get clumpy spidery lashes with this one, but if you're very careful and you work with it quickly before it dries, then you don't really get that. I don't get the whole thing of like waiting for a coat of mascara to dry and then putting more on, because that's when you get the clumps, surely. I don't know. But this gives big volume, but it also separates and gives a little bit of length. So I really like that. Just a bit of an option for those of you that prefer volume. And this is not the original packaging. The original packaging is silver with kind of an orangey red band, and this is the like ultra black version, but either of them are fine. Next, I have the 17 Dolled Up, which I've been using all week, and I'm kind of remembering why I loved it. This is a bit more natural, more lengthening and defining than volumizing. But if you like it is very much like doll eyes. It's just wide awake eyes. I really like this one. And one that I probably wouldn't have tried. I think this was sent to me, but one that I have repurchased since. It was a while ago that it was sent to me. If you prefer kind of a more natural, less... Nobody ever wants kind of less intense lashes, less lashes, but it looks like a lot of lashes, but they're not kind of nighttime lashes if you want. Like sometimes it's kind of that false lash effect and it looks a little bit much for daytime. This is definitely a little bit nicer for kind of, if you were just doing a little bit of liquid liner and you wanted a little bit on top, or even for your bottom lashes, you don't want too much actual product on there, this is very nice. The mascara that kind of started it all for me, I want to say my all-time favourite, but I haven't had a fresh one in a while, so I can't really say that because I haven't been repurchasing it. I'm always up for trying something new, but I have tried pretty much everything from this range because the original was so good, and it's the Volume Million lashes from L'Oreal. I think the only one that I didn't like, I can't remember what it was called, I could dig it out for you now, but it's the one that was in a black tube with white stripe down it and white writing, and that was a completely different brush. It was like fibre bristles and it was just thick, much more volume than Million in that. Whereas this is the original kind of rubber bristled brush that I first tried and thought, yes, this is the thing that I love the most. So I have to say, if you like that kind of brush, if you like the lengthening, separating kind of look more than the volume, it does give volume, but if you're more into the lengthening and separating, you have to try one of these. The XS was quite nice. The original is good. This was the luminizer that had slight colour to it, so it was supposed to brighten your eyes, whatever. But I wouldn't recommend the one, whatever it was called, that was in the black tube with the white writing. Don't try that one if you prefer the rubbery brushes. And lastly, I'm including one that is on the uber cheap side because I found this recently, and again, it has the rubbery bristled brush, and that's quite difficult to find from the very, very cheap brands. You find that they're just kind of like, I feel like they just phone it in with mascara. They just find any old brush and put it in a packaging and that's mascara. Whereas this one, it really does do something and it's really worth purchasing. No matter how much your budget is, I think this is a really good product. It's from Primark, which is their PS Love range, and it's the Lash Defining Black Mascara. It's just really good. I can't really say any more than that. It's a very, very good product. And even if you have loads and loads of money to spend, I would recommend that you pick it up and give it a go because I think it's £1.50. And this is comparable to the other products that I'm showing you. I'd say it's probably most comparable to maybe the Dolled Up or the Volume Million lashes. These two give more volume. These two are just a little bit special. But the other ones are kind of very like lengthening and separating. That's kind of the words of the video, isn't it? That's the theme of this. Lengthening and separating. Maybe it should be top 5 lengthening and separating mascaras. But yeah, that's what these kind of do, that more kind of dull eye, whereas these ones give you a bit more volume. So if you're into that and kind of, if you're into spending a little bit more time with your mascara and really building it up and getting a really dramatic lash look, then I would recommend these two. But I love them all for different things. And like I say, they give my lashes that are just a bit meh and don't really do much for me some oomph. So I would recommend them all. And if you would like to recommend something in the comments below, feel free. If you do like one of these and you have a different favourite that I haven't mentioned, please let me know. I'm always looking to try something different. But yeah, there are a lot of mascaras that people absolutely rave about that just weren't for me, so bear that in mind. Different strokes for different folks and all that. Very appropriate here talking about mascara. But if you'd like to see another specific 5 favourites as well, top 5 whatever, then let me know. I really like this series. And I'm going to try and do some more like top 5 under £10 in the future. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!